Welcome to a brand new episode of Johnson's Court. Guys, I know it's been a minute. You're like, where's Riley Johnson been? Where's the latest video coming out at? Well, I'll let you know. Life gets busy. Sometimes things happen. But don't worry, I won't lead you astray. I'm here, guys, so it's all good. With that being said, the 2025-2026 NFL season is wrapped up. It's gone. It came, it went, it's gone. Pretty crazy to think, now we move on to March Madness and the Masters, all the spring, sports that are now coming with that. But it was a great season, guys. It was unpredictable. You didn't know what was going to happen, who was going to come first, who was going to come second, who was going to come third between me, Nick, and Beagle. So I'll just go ahead and get right into it, guys. First of all, just want to say congratulations to the Seattle Seahawks who won the Super Bowl over the New England Patriots. Funny enough, I did keep track of every single week, what our picks were, things like that. And we did all end up picking the Seahawks to win the Super Bowl, so we all did go out with a win, which was good. But playoff record-wise, I finished 7-6. Beagle finished 7-6 as well. And your winner of the playoff record is Nick at 10-3. So congrats to you, man. Me and Beagle tied, so funny enough. But with that being said, there's only a few more things I need to get into before this video wraps up and we move on to the next season. First, I'm going to go through the regular season record, and then I'm going to do the playoff record, and then the final overall record and who came first, second, and third. So for the regular season record, I had 177 wins, 94 losses, and one tie. Because we did end up with one tie this year, guys. Nick finished with 175 wins, 96 losses, and one tie. Beagle was your regular season champion at 182 wins, 89 losses, and one tie. Now we move on to the playoff record. As I just stated here less than probably a minute and a half ago, I went 7-6, Nick went 10-3, and Beagle went 7-6. For your overall record, let's get a drum roll, please. I finished with 184 wins, 100 losses, and one tie. Nick finished with 185 wins, 99 losses, and one tie. And your champion, not only of the regular season, fumbled a little bit in the playoffs, but it didn't matter because he still came out on top. It is Beagle at 189 wins, 95 losses, and one tie. So congratulations, Beagle. Good job on predicting the games that you thought the teams were going to win. Because not every week do the favorites win. Upsets happen. And if I had to honestly really put it in perspective, if you pick the right upsets in certain weeks, you will win, our picks, our record. Because he finished with 189 wins. Nick was close with 185. I had 184. So it wasn't like, Beagle was just on this incredible run that he was picking every single winner every single week. Like he was going 16-0 or something. Or 13-0 depending on, when bye weeks happen and things like that. But Nick and I were really close, That means that Beagle finished in first place. Nick was in second place. And I was in third place. So congratulations to all who did participate, any of the special guests that did come on this season. Thank you for giving your picks and things like that. Just every week, just going through this notebook, it's just so much fun. And I just love to see that. So, like I said, you never know who's going to win. Each week is a different week. And obviously, did we expect to see the Seahawks and the Patriots to be in the Super Bowl? I think a lot of people expected either the Seahawks or the Rams to be in the Super Bowl on the NFC side. On the AFC side, a lot of people expected the Broncos or the Bills to be in it, and funny enough, it happened to be the Patriots. But the Seahawks did come out on top, so congratulations to Sam Darnold as well, being the first QB from the 2018 draft to win a Super Bowl ring. His journey is just incredible, guys. Drafted to the Jets, not sure how well that was going to go. It didn't go well. Then he gets, traded to the Panthers, and it was all right, but then he gets traded to the Vikings. Has like a 14-2 season. They don't make the Super Bowl, but then he gets traded again to the Seahawks. Takes them to 14-2 and wins the Super Bowl. So just congrats to him, man. Never give up on your dreams, kids, because if there's one thing I can do, I can tell you, the dreams do come true. With that being said, this is the final podcast of this year, of 2026. To be honest, guys, I think I'm going to take a little bit of a hiatus. I think I'm going to take a break. I can't tell you when the next time I will be on for a podcast, whatever that may be. I'll let you know, obviously, when it's coming out, and, it'll be awesome to, see me back on there. Maybe for the NBA playoffs is usually when I'm back on here. But like I said, I just don't know. We'll just see, where the podcast goes on this channel and what happens. But, I know Nick Solom has been doing some podcasts, so definitely check out his channel, because I'm definitely over there, on as a special guest, and that's so much fun to do as well. But there are also other videos being uploaded to the channel. There is, the highlights that are always being uploaded, because highlights are so much fun. I love to watch those. Everyone loves to watch highlights. They're just so much fun. But then also, we've been playing at Fisher's Gym, which is a new gym, in the area that I live in, that we've been playing at, which has been super cool to just play at, to be a part of, and just, have a lot of people there who either I don't know, or who are returning back on the channel, or who are making their debut on the channel. So definitely give those videos a like and check those out. But if you don't and you want to wait for the highlights, I totally understand that too, because highlights are cool, especially if it's a point, block, steal, rebound, whatever it may be. But like I said, the 2025-2026 podcast has come to an end this year. I appreciate every single one of you coming in, tuning in, giving your picks, saying this, saying that, doing your opinion. So until next time, I will see you later, and I'm signing off.